everything just keeps happening in the Classic Derby, but the player of the game, it's your boy, Naomi, presented to you by the Samsung Galaxy S23 Series 5G.
Min Coco.
Yeah, nasty. Nasty, nasty. Naomi on the show. He was... How do you do that? It's...
I'll be honest, right? I did not think that with a Cho, he can have that much impact. Against this team, right? With a Bane, with the deadly catches, with the Franco, I didn't think he would be able to make the plays happen like that, but this man finds a way.
There were 1-2 moments that Evos were able to outplay it, but all the other times that they weren't, that was when definitely RQ had that team fight in the bag that ultimately led just the domino effect to them winning it out.
The way he was opening up the map, I think, and the way he was baiting out so many of these iron hooks, he's always just sidestepping. You can see the mechanical prowess that Naomi has in this game. On the show, he's not as flashy as, say, a Keyboy in the way he goes for the way of the Dragons, but it's all about the pressure and the opening for him. He opens up the map in a way where it just creates a very, a sphere of safety for the rest of the RQ members.
He was also on bodyguard duty when Skylar was clearing the rest of the map. And in a way, right, the fact that he is also such a proficient Franco player is such a blessing in disguise because now he knows how to deal with it. If you look at it, right, the amount of times he's been hooked, yeah, it's quite high, but for a 30-minute game, there are plenty of hooks that would definitely have landed on other roam players. And in the early game, it was just a bloodbath back and forth, man. But in a team fight...
Going back to the drafts, right, imagine banning out all of Naomi's heroes, and then he picks up a Cho and he has this impact.
That's crazy.
Wow. Look at, it's so gross.
So he hasn't died after the 10 minute. He only died 3 times in the first 10 minutes of the game on this roaming Cho. And then after that, always going for the back, able to zone Brands. And look at just the movements from Naomi, right? You don't actually see him get a very massive pick, but all in all, it's to facilitate the rest of our RQ.
Look at Age right there, just having a moment.
Looking for an opponent who can break their win streak here at MPL ID Season 12. Going 4-0 so far. And I guess the answer was not EVO's Legends. They were very close, but that match streak still stands strong.
I mean, they got me a bit concerned there, man, honestly. After game 1, I was like, whoa.
Sorry.
But yeah, I was quite concerned, I must say. But thanks to this man, Naomi, man, player of the match by the Samsung Galaxy S23 Series 5G. One moment. And at this point, you can't question the fact that when you are the ones pulling the trigger, you have a chance to just make something happen. I think Naomi really personifies that. Every time, even when he's behind, he just goes for it, right? And it's always better than just waiting around.
You can't hear pictures, they say, but when you see Naomi here with that face, you just hear it. Arrgh.
I was thinking more like,
He's just loud. You know,
Naomi.
He can be loud.
Min Coco, Arashi. Min Coco, the player of the match, presented to you by the Samsung Galaxy S23 Series 5G. That moment was what sealed the deal. He said in the interview he made a lot of mistakes. He doesn't deserve it. You're right, he did make a lot of mistakes throughout the game. There were a lot of engages that did not connect, but it's all about that one play that can seal the deal. And if it wasn't for that play, I honestly think they would not have won. If Brands was not locked down in that team fight, he would have done a lot of damage. We'll see it again in this highlight.
Well, on to the members of EVO's Legends. It didn't do him justice. Let's see, was this the moment?
Yeah, look at that. The Tyrant's Rage connects onto the Beatrix, and then it's all over.
Late game, no DPS. Your opponent carry as a DPS, true damage. No chance, man. Taz and Fluffy and the rest, they tried their best to salvage the situation, but it was no go. And looking at the waves, right? Usually, when RQ take the Lord, the waves are set up, it's pushing against them. But with the waves pushing, that is the danger. They see that opportunity and they just go straight for it. And I really thought that maybe they were only going to get a base turret, but they went for the full end. So that was great experience and presence of mind in the middle of a solid, grueling series. between both these teams.
Before you
Day.
continue, Arashi, look back and enjoy the moment. The RRQ Kingdom here is supporting Arashi as Arashi supports RRQ. And
didn't
this is why
realize that.
the Kingdom is the best. They have the best fans in the world, I would say, right? The amount of support they have for the team, whether the team is behind, whether the team is ahead, they always come out and show their love, even to Arashi.
They said Arashi versus everybody.
I saw an
Arashi's
edit.
tearing up.
I think I saw an edit being made earlier.
Aw.
I have to check it out. But key to success, Naomi, of course, first of all, in the first game, especially the high ground from RRQ. I mean, Clay on the high ground hero, no surprise whatsoever. We've come to expect this. Good distance management, good timing on
Happened before, but RRQ, there's no doubt. It's a complete fact that they are performing like a
Madmen.
like madmen, like driven men, like hungry contenders looking for that trophy.
They want to continue that win streak. If they win this 2-0, RRQ's on a 5-6 match win streak? Is it 6 or 5?
It'll be 5-0 if they win this one.
Oh man, but I gotta say, just a big applause for Naomi. The fact that he was able to make those pickoffs every single time. They understand that Super Ken is quite an independent jungler, and they capitalize over that. They look for him on the map. They're like, okay, there he is. Let's get him. Let's take him out. And then what's Bigatron supposed to do? They can't contest for objectives. It's very difficult for them to have any say around the map. They take away the buffs. Oh man, it was beautiful.
And again, a good display from Naomi. I gotta give full credit towards the Kufra in that game. Good setups, very clean as well. He knows when to just cover, and as well, you know what? We can initiate this. And you see the synchronization in that game.
And that's why he's the POTG here by the Samsung Galaxy S23 Series 5G. Naomi on the Kufra, not giving a single life over 109, facilitating most of the pickoffs, most of the skirmishes, and most of the team fights with an 83% KP. And what I love about Naomi as a player, in an interview yesterday when he was able to win it out, he was like, I don't know if I deserve this. I made a lot of mistakes. So he's continuously hungry to improve himself. And we see him much sharper and cleaner in his execution today.
For sure, man. I mean, my goodness. This isn't the same Kufra as yesterday. There was one big moment from Naomi yesterday against Evos. There were billions of moments here, billions of chances created. The main reason Super Ken ended that game 0-5-0, I believe, was the man you see here on your screen. Min Coco, that's why.
Ooh.
Min Coco is his full name. Naomi, man.
Min Coco.
Min Coco on this Kufra, the impact. We'll take a look at it and the highlights again. This is the moment. Again, Super Ken was very low. And this is the big mistake from Bigatron Alpha. Despite Super Ken being very low, they still decided to commit an RQ. When you make a mistake like this against the Kings of Kings, they will 100% punish. But this is the domino effect, the chain of events that led into more and more. All from Naomi. That pick on the Super Ken was absolutely beautiful. And all throughout here, a big, I would say, wouldn't be a big mistake, just a small mistake, but Bigatron Alpha were able to capitalize on that. But all throughout, again, these team fights, Naomi just coming in clutch, able to survive in a lot of these moments, not giving a single kill over. And this is the big mistake from Super Ken, holding on a bit too long, where first it was able to dash before he went for the jab, and they dashed together, ended up being Super Ken's demise. Here as well, Naomi, and into the end, this pick sealed the deal. 2 members down for BTR, and this is what RRQ have been able to do. I think they've been watching BTR's games for sure.
That's why. It felt
Because
like they were able to read them, right?
The pattern, that's what Super Ken always does. When a team is behind, he tries to go onto the side lane, goes and mirrors the movement from RRQ and for their opponents, and he tries to.
Man, RRQ really just rising from the ashes like phoenixes this season. After what they went through last time around, not even making it to top 2. It's something that we don't see too often from RRQ, but here they're coming back with a vengeance and they're doing it really, really loudly as well. And just the confidence seeping out of the players, man. even Naomi's kind of feeling it a bit more.
He's never really a vocal player, even in Falcon back in the day for M4 and MSC 2022. He's always, steered away from the microphone, but you can see, my goodness, that with Captain Clay's help, he's very vocal now. He has the confidence to be on the mic, even though he's being interviewed in a different language. He's still learning, and man, I did not expect Naomi to adjust this fast into the RRQ team. Zaya as well. The two Burmese players, a lot of doubts for them as well before they just join, right? How's the language going to work? So far, there's no language barrier. What is a language barrier? Play of the match, presented to you by the Samsung Galaxy S23 Series 5G. It's the Cho. Naomi again, 2 days in a row. Player of the match. I think he might end up being player of the week with this performance.
Oh my god, you're right. I mean, week 1 it was Clay. Week 2 it seems like another member from RRQ will jump to that POT dubs. But let's see, man. This Cho, whew, unstoppable in this game. 13 assists, 1 kill. Again, he was acting as the facilitator in this match, which he did. Very hard for Bigatron to just look for an opening. It was a long match, and it was actually RRQ driving Bigatron into their match.
And again, I don't think it was just purely the flashy plays, because it's very different to the style that we've usually seen. From Keyboy, from Yaoi, from all the Cho gods in the past. I think this one is most similar to Donkey, Evo's Legends M1. It's very strategic, very efficient, it comes down to how he's able to open up the map, not necessarily how he picks it off, how he picks off members of the enemy team, because that certainly is also a big plus in the way he plays. But that opening, we'll take a look again at how he plays this Cho, because all the way from the start, this read, I mean, come on, we gotta talk about it. It didn't look flashy, but it's always clean. Look at the way he's able to synchronize with the team as well, waiting for that way the dragon. That calculation with the team, that's not just Naomi, with the team, all right? I mean, Petri, knock up, wave the dragon. 3 cancels to that Phantom Execution.
Oh, very nasty. And even when RQ was a little bit shaky here in this current game, it was actually Naomi who stabilizes. He is able to, cut their losses and find the right opening again.
Yeah, we gotta give props to the follow-up though. Look at that play. There's a lot of trust in RRQ. And that's why I thought that the counter engage coming in from Supervin when they go in like that, when RQ go in like that, was scary, because look at that. The way that they all collapse to one another, that could have been very dangerous for RQ.
For sure. That spatial awareness, even towards the end here, he was able to find Super Saiyan, and I think if the other members just had more HP, it would have been ended right here, right? Naomi still targeting perfectly, and in this team fight, this is the team fight that actually, I think, this was the good team fight from RRQ to turn the tides completely around. Yeah, Clay. We gotta give Clay a big shout out there. That pick off the Super Saiyan won them the team fight. I think if Super Saiyan was not picked off there, it would have actually been Bigatron Alpha's team fight to win, and then Clay just kept on going. Naomi, again, just providing utility. I don't know how they managed to pull off this defense, dude. I am out of words. It's 2v5. But when it was a 5v5, it's with the evolved Lord. RQ, very different to the RQ that we've seen from before. Now it's a calculated one. It isn't just aggression. It isn't just offensive maneuvers and proactive movements. It's calculated. They do their research before.